Today is January 19, 2024, and we are here at the Houston NASA Space Center. We're about to watch a video regarding NASA. What? That's it? It's gonna be a play here. Go ahead, guys.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the ISS, the International Space Station! We ring this bell every time we have brand new crew members. And for the next 20 minutes or so, you all get to be part of our crew. So, welcome aboard. My name is Hugo, and I'll be your MBO, your Mission Briefing Officer. The goal for today is to give you the most realistic experience, without the need for any training, expensive rides, or the effects of microgravity, which, trust me, they're pretty cool because they help you float around, but they do have a downside, and we'll get to that much later. Now this is an orbiting laboratory suspended at 250 miles above Earth's surface, and here we learn about everything that's going on in our daily lives. Now, if you look over there, you'll notice a couple of flags representing the original countries that first began this project. And as time went by, many more have come on board. For this is an international project, and we've been working together for 25 years. For you see, just last month, December 6th, was the 25th anniversary of the ISS. Isn't that amazing? 25 years together. Now, I could tell you guys all about the work that we do, but how about if I just show you, right? That would be better?
Yeah.
Well, let's begin. Perfect. Just this morning, we were working on biological experimentations. Here, we have a cell. Normally, back on Earth, cells are very small, very fragile. They don't live as long, and if we grow them too large, because of Earth's gravity, they'll be crushed by their own weight, which makes them hard to study. However, here in the station, we can actually grow cells much larger. We can make them live longer and grow in 3 dimensions. That has helped us study them closer, and in turn, we're better at curing diseases, understanding genetics, and improving organ transplantation, which is going to be really helpful for everyone back on Earth. But that's not the only thing we're working on. We do all sorts of experiments, such as with alloys, which are a combination of 2 different metals. And say, for example, if you're back on Earth and you're trying to mix large amounts of lead and tin, it'd be almost impossible because lead is so much denser than tin. Lead will sink to the bottom and tin will rise. Kind of like mixing oil with water. But here in the station, we can actually bring them together and create a brand new alloy, which we started to use on some of your devices, such as your phones, computers, cameras, television, etc., etc. So as you guys can see, we're always pretty busy up here. But enough about work. It is now time for my very personal favorite time of the day, which is my lunchtime! I get to eat something! So let's see what we have. Actually, before I get to lunch, does anyone have an idea what we eat over here? And if not, what do you guys like to eat? You'll be surprised about what we have up here. For example, you ma'am in the corner, what do you like to eat? Yes?
Pizza.
Pizza! We do have pizza on board. And On this side, you man, what do you like to eat? Yes, of course. ¿Qué le gusta comer? Popcorn. We do have popcorn on board. On this side, you sir, what do you like to eat? Hot pie. Yes, we do have it as well. On this side,
sure?
you sir, what do you like to eat? What was that? Steak. Ooh, good call. Good steak. Yeah, we do have steaks on board. We have a wide variety of meals from all over the world. About 200 different options. So let me show you some of those. I'm getting excited thinking about it. Hopefully, nobody ate my lunch, but we're gonna find out. Let's see, lunch. What can I have? Maybe I can grab this, maybe this one, and this one as well. Perfect. So for starters, let's see what I got. I got, cool, shrimp fried rice. Doesn't this look delicious? Anyone? No? Really? No? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that looks a little different. But see, there's a reason for that. Whenever we bring supplies up to the station, we have to calculate everything, especially the weight. And water is very heavy. Therefore, we're gonna use the process of dehydration to remove all the water out. By doing so, we can make this very lightweight and it can last longer, which is important because we're gonna be here for about 6 months at a time. We need to make sure that all of our food lasts as long as possible. I also got myself some tea because I love drinking tea. And these are beef enchiladas. So yes, we have enchiladas in space. Now, to prepare your meal, you're gonna come over here to the food rehydration unit. You're just gonna pour some water into this. There we go. Let me get some for my tea. Perfect. Now, you're gonna let it soak in for a bit, and once it's ready, you'll rip it out and begin to eat. Now, if you guys notice, I don't have an actual table set up. I got no cups, plates, utensils, nothing set up. Does anyone have an idea why? Why I don't have anything?
Eat and throw away.
Yes? You guys are right. Actually, you guys got it. You guys are awesome. We're in microgravity, so everything's gonna float away. To deal with that little problem, we came up with a very simple solution. We just added Velcro to everything here. And by using this Velcro, if I'm busy, I can actually stick it to my uniform. And that way, I don't lose my lunch. Or, if I'm busy with something, I can actually take this and just place it by the wall. Perfect. My tea is gonna go down here, and my fried rice is gonna go up here. And if I'm busy working on a project, I can be on the computer, grab it, snack on it, and keep on working. So the Velcro does come in handy. Now, normally, I would finish my lunch, but I can't do that today. And at least wanted to drink my tea, but I can't do that because, well, just because we're in space, that doesn't mean that nature doesn't come calling. We also need to use the restroom. And I'm so sorry about this, guys. I didn't get a chance to go, but if you give me a moment, it'll be quick. I just need to step on in and, okay. I'm so sorry about this. My apologies. Normally, there's a privacy screen there that I can actually remove, go in there, close it, and do my business. It's not there today. Someone took it. I don't know why. Don't you guys just hate it when people take things and don't put it back where they belong? It's okay though. Just like on Earth, sometimes we forget to. But this gives me a wonderful opportunity to show you guys how everything works here. You see, back on Earth, you use the power of water and gravity to get rid of your waste. Up here, we don't have any of that. Therefore, we're gonna use the power of suction. For that, we're gonna come over here and turn this thing on. Then this is our waste hygiene compartment, or space toilet. We're just gonna lift the lid. There we go. And this is what's going to happen. You're gonna grab a small plastic bag and you're gonna place it in there. Then you're gonna go in there, squat down, hang on to the rails, and hope for the very best. Because this is a very small seat with a very small opening. So you guys gotta have really good aim. And trust me, because of microgravity, this is the worst place for anything to be floating around. Ugh. Now, once we're done with our solid waste, everything's gonna be brought down to a compartment where once it's full, it'll get crunched up and shot out of the station so that it'll burn out on Earth's atmosphere for the whole world to see. So if at some point at night you're feeling romantic, wanna come outside at night, look up at the stars, and you guys see a shooting star? Yeah, that's not always a shooting star. Sometimes that's actually us. So if your wish doesn't come true, now you know why. But that is for the solid waste. For liquid waste, we're gonna use this hose. All we do is take off the lid, place it where it needs to go, and you're going to drain your bladder. And does anyone have an idea what we do with liquid waste? Any ideas?
On space.
Yes?
Make rains.
Wonderful! I'm glad you mentioned that. As I said before, water is hard to bring to the station. We get fresh water once every 6 months. In the meantime, we must purify, reuse, and recycle all water here. And you guys remember just a little while ago, my lunch up there? You guys remember my tea? You want to know where I get the water for the tea from? Right here! This is the water for my tea, my coffee, my milk, my juice, my meals. Pretty much everything that I use water for, this is where I get it from. Now, this may seem a little gross at first, but it's okay. This device purifies liquid waste so well, it's up to 98% efficient. Even better than tap water. And say for example, if you're in an emergency, such as being lost in the woods, or you're lost at sea, trapped in a hurricane, deep freeze, monsoon, many things that happen in the world. If you have one of these, you can purify your own liquid waste and survive a lot longer while you wait for rescue to arrive. So this could save your life. And believe it or not, we brought it down to Earth. So check your local shops. You'll never know. You might see it at a store near you. You guys are gonna buy one, right? Anyone? No? It's okay. Think of it as emergencies only. But as long as we're on the topic of water, how about if I show you guys how water behaves up here? Because normally, back on Earth, water would just fall and splatter everywhere. Up here, let me show you guys. There we go, just a little more, and perfect. Because the strongest force acting on the water is surface tension, it'll create these bubbles. And if they come together, they make even bigger bubbles. And if they hit anything absorbent, like that towel over there, everything will get soaked up like a sponge. And because more than 60% of the human body is made out of
Water.
water, you guys are right. We're also affected by microgravity. So this is what's gonna happen to our bodies in space. The liquids in your body are gonna rise to the top. They'll go from your legs and arms to your head, making it big and puffy. You're gonna feel sick at the beginning, nauseous even. Your eyes will become flat and gelatinous. Your arms and legs will look skinny, and this is called the chicken legs effect. That's not the only thing that's gonna happen. Because of microgravity, your spine's gonna stretch, making you 2 inches taller. Problem is, you're not using your heart as much, so your heart is gonna shrink. We're also gonna lose muscle mass and bone density. Now, this may sound scary at first, but it's okay. Most of these effects are only temporarily. And when you go back to Earth, you're gonna start to feel much better. Usually for every day that you spend in space, that's how long you have to be back on Earth to get back to normal. For this reason, astronauts have to work out every day, 2 hours a day, for as long as they're here. And this is our dual ergometer cycle, or it's just a space bike. And normally, I would climb on board and show you guys how it works. But out of curiosity, would anyone like to come up here and try this out? I see you number 1, so absolutely.
TT, go try.
Come on now.
TT, go try it.
Hello, sir, and what is your name?
TT.
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, very nice to meet you. Can I please have a hand for Jeremiah?
Yay!
Jeremiah, since you're new, can you ring this bell? You want to appear? There we go, new member on board. Now Jeremiah, climb on in and pedal away. There we go, look at him go. And see, you can get a free TV. Isn't that great? I'm glad. Now Jeremiah, tell me something. How does that feel? Is this hard? Is this easy? What do you think?
It's just riding your normal bike.
Oh, like a normal bike?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. I never had that before. What do you guys think? Does this seem hard or easy?
Easy.
Easy? Well, remember, we're in microgravity, so things are a bit different. If you notice, he's not wearing a seatbelt. Therefore, he has to use all the strength in his arms, legs, core, and his back, just so that he can stay on this bike. Meaning that this bike is actually a full body workout. And that's not the only thing we have. We also have the T2, which is a treadmill down here, as well as a machine called the ARED, the Advanced Resistance Exercise Device, which will help you do weightlifting exercises without the need for any dumbbells to be around. Now Jeremiah, tell me something. You want to stay here and pedal or come back down?
Stay here and pedal.
Really? That's great to hear. Go for it. I love it when people want to work out. Can we have one more hand for Jeremiah?
Yeah!
Now, as you guys can see, we're pretty busy with everything going on in between our meals and working out. We have to include 3 brand new members on board. Their names are Honey, Bumble, and Queen. And yes, I know that their names are a bit strange, but that's because they're new Astro Bee robots. Would you guys like to meet one?
Yes.
Yes? Let's see who's home. Anyone there, guys? Oh, cool! We get Bumble today! Jeremiah, you want to say hi to Bumble?
Hi, Bumble.
See, Bumble, they love you! Bumble's very shy. He doesn't talk much, but he's pretty cool. Now, Bumble has fans on every side, so he can move around. He also has cameras on every side, so he can take pictures and record everything that's going on in the station. He also has a touch screen, a sensor, and a perching arm to help us move stuff around and help us out with many different experiments. Bumble came to us back in 2018, and he's been very helpful ever since. At the moment, he's being controlled by us, but very soon he'll have his very own artificial intelligence, because Bumble will become the future of all space explorations. Now, Jeremiah, what do you say? Ready to come back down?
If you force me to.
But what do you do? I mean,
He needs a gift.
he needs a...
Yes, yes.
You know what? I wish I could, you know what? I should stay here for a moment. Yes. You know what? You're gonna stay. You're gonna help me out with the next thing. You see, after a long day, it is now time for astronauts to finally go to sleep. And they're scheduled to sleep between 9:30 p.m. to 6 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So about 8.5 hours. And because the ISS goes around the world every 90 minutes, astronauts will get to see 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets, all in one day. For this reason, we don't have any windows on the ISS, because that could really mess with their internal clocks. Now over here, we have the SRU, the Sleep Rest Training Unit. And in order to get ready for sleep, we're gonna unstrap this, unzip this. And Jeremiah, would you do the honors? Come on up. There we go. Now, I'm gonna zip you up. There we go. I'm gonna strap you down so you don't fly away from us. Perfect. There we go. Now tell me, are you comfortable?
No, not really, because I feel like I'm literally standing up right now.
Right, you're not just standing, I get it. But in microgravity, things will be different because there's no sense of direction. So whether that's up, down, left, right, all directions are exactly the same. Meaning that you could also sleep on the ceiling. And then it'll feel exactly the same as if you were on the floor. And if you notice, someone left their shoes up there. Now, in order to make sure that Jeremiah's head doesn't go bobbling around, we're gonna use, there we go, a head strap so we can keep him in place. Now, some of the lights on the ISS don't turn off, so he can use this as a blindfold, so he can sleep much better. What do you say, Jeremiah? Is that better?
Yeah, kind of, but my back doesn't feel very good.
I'm glad you mentioned that. That's a very common problem at the beginning. Don't worry, you'll get used to it. Now, it's all that stretchy, folks. That's what it is. Now, just like on Earth, astronauts have reported that sometimes they have trouble sleeping. They'll have nightmares. Or even worse, they have to use the restroom again. So Jeremiah, if you needed to use the restroom, what would you do?
Swim there.
Swim there?
Swim.
Sleep swim?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Interesting. Wouldn't you want to get out first?
Yeah.
Will you ask for help or can you do it yourself?
I could probably swim out.
Try it out. If not, let me bring this down. There we go. There we go. Can you bring this down for me? Perfect. All the way down. All the way down. Perfect. Now, come on up. There we go. Stay here for a moment. And see, astronauts have to do this every single time they get out of bed. For this reason, they make it a habit to go to the restroom first before they go to sleep. Now, Jeremiah, tell me something. Do you like the experience?
Yes.
Awesome. Would you do this again?
Yes, probably.
Even if your back hurts?
Yeah.
Awesome. I like that. Well then, let's come back down. Can I please have one more hand for Jeremiah?
His gift.
Thank you so much for coming. Now, it's been about 20 minutes since we first began the show. And because the ISS travels at 17,500 miles per hour or 28,000 kilometers per hour, it means that in 20 minutes, we travel about 5,700 miles or 5 miles per second. That's almost as if at the beginning we were in Houston, Texas, and now we've been Barcelona, Spain. Isn't that amazing? That in 20 minutes we can travel about half the world? And that's just some of the things that astronauts get to experience. Sure, life sometimes is difficult, but it's also a lot of fun. And they're doing all of this for the improvement of everyone back on Earth. And together, they're working on new goals as well as some old unfinished business. After all, don't you guys think that it's now time that we go back to the moon? What do you guys think? Yes? Thank you for clapping. Let's just try this again. Should we go back? Yeah! Oh, there we go. Well, with our new Artemis program, we're finally, after 50 years, finally going back to the moon. And this time, we're not racing each other. This time, we're working together to go back. So before you guys leave today, let me leave you guys with one last image. You see, very soon, within the next 5 years, for the first time in decades, we're going back to the moon. But from there, we're going to our lunar base camps, which we're working on right now. All for a grand purpose of finally going to Mars. And this happens thanks to all of you. So thank you for your support. And stay with us, because this will be exciting. As we push forward, we go further, and we head out into the great beyond. And that concludes today's presentation. Thank you so much for coming. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't forget the gift for the kid.